Welcome back to Father and Fun. Let's play Outlast. I'm Espresso Steampunk.
And I'm Shecky.
And here we go.
Episode 13. Is this bad luck?
Probably. It was certainly bad luck for me.
Are we going to get killed and mutilated in episode 13?
You know, I think we might have to wait a couple more episodes, but it's gonna happen.
Mutilation will come.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, okay.
This game is not forgiving. I honestly don't even know what to tell you as far as what's going on, because honestly we're just, Father Martin's like, hey, meet me here, now meet me here, now meet me here. And this is like the fourth iteration of it, but we are in the home stretch.
Oh, that's good to know. It all looks the same to me.
Yeah, it's very green and dark.
And cheesy. Look at that.
Cheesy?
Cheesy? Picked up a battery.
What do you think is cheesy about this?
No, it looks like the place is just run down and has been trashed.
Yeah.
And
it might be a bit heavy-handed. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But, oops, bumped the mic again. But anyway, this is actually, I finished recording everything, so I think aside from this, there's only going to be like 3 other episodes, so we really are in the home stretch.
Is that a warning or a caution?
Oh, yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, I was just exploring. I didn't know where to go, and I opened the door, and there's these guys, so I just started booking it, but... And as far as these notes go, I'm so out of the loop because I haven't gotten all of them and I didn't get all the documents. One of the things we have to do is, a little kind of podcast where we go through all the documents just so we've got everything chronicled for the viewers and stuff. We might have fun with it. One of the other things we need to do is everyone's been requesting that you play through a game called Papers, Please, which someone on the forums was nice enough to buy for me, so that's going to happen.
All right.
It'll just be 15 minutes or so, or as much as you can take. Now, this is weird. Just going to that room, I got turned around, and I saw the arrow, and I followed it, then I realized I think it was taking me back to the bad guys, so... Oh, no.
Yeah, you don't want him.
I did get pretty good at closing those double doors. Because viewers may remember earlier on, I tried to close the double doors and I would just open the other one instead of closing the first, so... It's weird because those guys are just introduced without any... They don't even say anything. They're just very slowly chasing after you.
And you don't know why.
Yeah, well, I can imagine why, because it's the same reason everyone else has been chasing after us, but... The fact of the matter is, they present, like, no threat. It's odd that they were even put in there.
Oops.
Yeah, but... It's all good. At this point, it's a matter of just kind of going forward and figuring out which means of locomotion they want you to take. Like, do I shimmy on this? Do I jump on that? Blah, blah, blah. It will come back to bite me in the butt later on, but for now, it's just a cool set piece.
It is just so odd with that floor missing and watching pieces of the floor.
Yep.
Hang on.
Speaking of unlucky, Miles' night is getting even worse. He does this action movie quick climb up a falling thing, which is certainly the most athletic thing he's ever done. I haven't seen it on Mythbusters, but I think that might actually be impossible with the physics of it. Anyway.
Physics, who's counting?
Oh yeah, no, I'm terrible at physics. What do I know? So you can't progress it into the darkness without the camera.
Hey, we missing a half a finger?
Well, we're missing 2, remember? The doctor?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
Now, this is funny. You'll notice an edit here. I did not hide it too well, but basically, it says you need to find the camcorder, and there's this spooky music, and this was where I intended to end last episode. But last episode went a bit long, so like I enjoyed the music and I faded to dark, and then when it came time to edit that part, I was like, oh, oops, missed that opportunity, so I just had to do a crossfade. like a chump. And it's interesting, while we were doing the weird action movie scramble, someone came out that door that's open as like a cue that's where you're supposed to go next, but I don't know if we ever see that guy. I don't know where he went or if he was trying to help us, blah, blah, blah. It's just one of those weird video game things where they need to justify the path opening up.
Do you think there's anybody here that's meant to help us?
Well, Father Martin claims to have been trying to help us, and as Miles gets more into the spirituality of it, he kind of he seems to be following along and questioning his own sanity. So, again, that becomes a bit more clear if we were to read through all the documents and the notes and stuff, but it's kind of so disparate right now that it's hard to put together the actual narrative. And what would Outlast be without a bathroom?
Smoking in the men's room, you know?
Like a cool kid. I wonder if I were to look at the map, are the bathrooms like at the same place on each floor like they usually are in real life? I wonder. We'll see. This is basically a fetch quest. I mean, it's a good twist. It's not just like, you need a key, because we already did that. So now it's like, oh, you need to get your camcorder. I think it goes without saying that we're going to get it back pretty quickly, which is sort of a missed opportunity. Like, when you consider all the free climbing and stuff that Miles does, I think they could have dropped the camera more than once. Or at least had it be gone for longer. But, yeah, there's some foreshadowing. There are bad guys around here. And it did get pretty spooky. Also, just so everyone knows, I'll be a nice guy and warn you there is a jump scare coming up.
I think you're warning me more than anybody else.
Yeah, that. And that scared the hell out of me when I was playing. Like, I mashed all the keys, and I hit the movement keys and pressed the mouse, and obviously it doesn't do anything. And it's weird, because if you look at that guy, like, we've seen him before, or at least we've seen the same model. He's kind of a generic whatever, but sometimes you'll see him, like, kind of helping Father Martin or giving you advice. But I think he's also the same guy that jumped out a couple times. So I don't know if that's intentional, if there's some subtext, or if they're just like, use this model, use this guy, or whatever. Maybe someone on the thread is more eagle-eyed than me. That's not a challenge, by the way, viewers. Just enjoy the ride. Unless you're really into going back through all the jump scares.
Yay!
And you'll notice the thing is cracked for the rest of the game.
Oh.
So it's kind of good we're in the home stretch, because it's
kind of a cool effect, isn't
it's
it?
really neat, but they start adding these staticky things, and the question's sort of, is it real, or is it in Miles's mind?
Or is it Memorex?
What? Oh, that went over my head.
Oh.
Can you explain?
It's an old ad that was for Memorex tapes and stuff like that.
Oh.
And they used to say, is it real or is it Memorex? Because they recorded such a great quality of your voice
I
that
see.
it was hard to tell if it was real or Memorex.
Aha. Well, that's incredibly accurate and appropriate at this point in the game.
And I didn't realize I was dating myself.
Oh, no. Congratulations. I'm single. I date myself all the time.
Whoa, whoa.
Ladies.
Hey, bada bing, bada boom.
My qualifications for romance are I do Let's Plays, and I'm in school. But the thing about this crack is it makes me... You may have heard me complain that this game kind of gives me headaches because of the night vision and the stress and the tension. And now there's this crack that I don't want to say gives me motion sickness, but it just becomes unpleasant using that camera. But you got to, because that's how you get the notes and see in the dark. Not that I don't appreciate it, I'm just like, tone it back.
Now, let's not try to drop it again, okay?
Yeah, definitely. One thing I may as well mention now, while not much is going on, is that you'll notice this is a 18 or so minute video. It's one of the longer ones we've done, and the reason is there's kind of a cutscene, there's film footage showing at the end, and it goes on for a while. Oh, this is funny, I wasn't sure where to go, so I'm like, oh, I'll shimmy down that limb. Nope. No, it is textured, but it is not modeled, so there you go. Easy fix, we'll just reload. But the point is, there's this long footage thing at the end, and we probably won't talk over it or anything. You know, you can just enjoy it, or you can make comments, but it's kind of the big plot reveal, or one of the big plot reveals, so, you know, that's just there for the viewer's enjoyment.
It's creepy how the floor is just crumbling away.
Yeah, I don't think there's any explanation for it. Like, I don't know if the fire from the cafeteria was supposed to have done this, or if it's just rotting and stuff. I sort of wish the roof had been torn open just so you see, like, water coming in and kind of messing everything up.
Only one way out. Only one way.
You'll notice when I took the camera down there, like, the edges of the field of view were still screwy. See, he says, how do you know you're not a patient? You turn around and the door is closed, and then stuff goes haywire, so it really is like, what's going on? This is turning psychological, like it's affecting Miles more and more. Which I appreciate. It's very cool to kind of see him deteriorating, the camera deteriorates, the sets deteriorate. I just wish it was a bit more...
Sex? I didn't know there was any sex.
Oh yeah, remember that guy was having sex with a dead person before?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Remember episode 2? And there's our friend Chris Walker. So everything's kind of coming full circle. I just wish, like I was saying before, I wish they had made sort of the deterioration more of a motif. Like it could have happened throughout the plot, not just when the narrative called for it or whatever, but it's all good. I mean, it's well done, and so I notice it, and I'm saying I just wish there was more. I was afraid something would go bonkers here, but it doesn't. It's just gross. And speaking of full circle, you'll notice this is kind of right back where we started. I think episode 1 when Chris Walker threw us through the window. It's basically on this level. It was just on the other side of all that detritus.
You're here. Yes, I'm supposed to tell you. The key to the house is called.
I got screwed up by the footsteps, but the guy's actually giving us some advice. You might need to pause it to read all those subtitles, but
Okay.
he's just saying go to the movie theater. And like I'm saying, that looks like the guy that did the jump scare earlier.
Yeah.
Coming. I'm coming.
I don't want to sound racist, but these variants kind of all look alike.
I was going to say that how do you know one from another? I'm not sure that's the same guy.
Yeah, it looks like they did a lot of detail with the modeling. It's just that there isn't enough distinction. It's like, okay, this guy's missing half his face, that guy's face is burned, this guy's hair is gone. Basically, if they're not Chris Walker or carrying a weapon, you know, they seem very similar, especially with the lighting and stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to tell them apart.
And it's weird that that flicker coincides with walking through the gas, so I don't know if there's supposed to be more to it there. Or just interesting timing. I cut out some exploring there. No biggie. Thought I could jump on the locker to be cute about it, but no such luck. freaked the hell out of me. Now, that is a variant that you can remember.
Yeah.
Like, most of them are kind of, they all smush together, but, you know, some of them stand out. So basically, the guy working with Father Martin told us to come to the theater to get a key. And here we are. It's just a matter of navigating all the debris. And pretty soon our movie is gonna start, and you can comment on it, but basically that's where we're gonna wrap things up.
Why are there just a couple of dead bodies and a whole lot of empty chairs?
Exit interview.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder who killed them, what they were doing there, blah blah blah.
Clearance Sierra Alpha, subject Dr.
Again, maybe
Rudolph
there's
Verdi,
a document or a note that
14866.
explains it, but if so, I haven't found it.
Films are real. There was no alteration to the footage at all, no trickery? None. In June of 1943, you recorded 3 instances of spontaneous bleeding. Half a dozen test subjects began to develop brain tumors?
Yes. The autopsies revealed that the tumors were pure lead.
It killed them? Can you explain why the results could not be reproduced in the United States?
I have my theories. My homeland in those years.
This is Vernick again, the Knox
It's impossible to
who
understand
should be
the
dead.
things we felt, what we believed. The overwhelming
Being
fear,
a total apologist.
ecstatic rage, and English words are insufficient. More than hope. The human mind in that environment is capable of extraordinary things.
You're saying the experiment needed...
The proximity to death, to overwhelming madness. Only a test subject who had witnessed enough horror was capable of activating the engine.
Do you believe your test subjects achieved something supernatural?
No,
Do you think that they contacted something supernatural?
nothing is supernatural.
Then what was it? You said
that's really
Project
interesting.
Wallrider was a gateway. A gateway to what?
No answer. That basically wraps up this episode. I'm Espresso Steampunk.
And I'm Shecky.
Enjoy the note, and we will see you soon enough.
See you next time.